7.4 worksheet on scale drawings. The section number might be wrong, but that's okay. We're still going to use it for our day 2 of scale drawings. As you look across this, again, the main thing we want to be able to do is find a missing measurement. But some other things they still throw in there. Let's jump down to number 4 first and get it out of the way. They want to know what the scale factor is. Scale factor meaning these need to have the same labels. So we want them both to say inches, the one on the left, the smaller one. Well, first we got to change yards into inches, but to do that, we need to change it into feet. So step 1, how many feet are in a yard? There are 3 feet in 1 yard, so take that times 3, because again, there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So when you take that, you're just taking the 3 times 3. So instead of 3 yards, we now have 9 feet. So 2 inches is 9 feet, which is great, except for the fact that we want them to have the same label. So we need to fix this again. So we need to focus in on the fact that there are now feet to inches. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we're going to take those 9 feet, take it times 12. So now you have 108 inches and 2 inches. Now that we have the same label, you can then just write your final answer as just the numbers and not the labels. However, can you simplify that? Can you take something out of both 2 and 108? Since they're both even, you can take a 2 out, so divide them both by 2. A ratio needs to be in simplest form, meaning you cannot remove anything out of both numbers. 1 to 54, meaning 1 inch represents 54 inches in real life. That being said, that's not what our goal is. Our goal is like number 1, to be able to take and be given a scale and find the missing dimension when we know that the actual is 8 feet. Now when you're looking at this, I'm not going to work this one through, but sometimes just to get things a little more smoother, we don't like the fraction half. So instead of the half, you could scribble it out. And what is half as a fraction? Half as a decimal, rather, is 0.5. So you could rewrite that scale as 1 inch equals half, or 0.5 of a foot. When you turn it over to the back, you can see number 6 is the same thing. We've got the scale given to us, and then the other number they gave us was the fraction, which is no problem. But again, if it's going to make life a little easier, you don't like fractions, then change it into a decimal. What is 3 divided by 4? What is 3/4? That's 0.75. So 3 3/4 is 3.75. Now you can use that number to solve that. Working our way down, jump to number 8. Little typo there sometimes. Sometimes it still says I. It should say 1. The scale should be 1 inch to 3 yards. And from there, let's work out number 9 together. The area of his room. Blueprint of the room is 10.5 by, oh, there's another fraction, so 10.5, let's do 10.5 by 8 inches. If the scale of the blueprint is 1 inch to 2 feet, so that kind of bled over on 2 different lines there, find the actual area of Bill's room. Step 1, what's the actual length? I'm going to write the word length down. I invite you to do that as well. We're going to do the work for it. Half, where 1 inch represents 2 feet. Those are our labels. And then I'm going to pull in that other number, the length. Only pull in one of them. So I'm going to find the length first, since it's 10.5 inches. I don't know what it is in real life yet. We get that 1x equals, crisscross here, 21 feet. And then we can continue on and do the same thing. We'll find the width. The other number, and again, we're going to set up that same ratio, 1 to 2, where again, you can see it over here, but if you wanted to sneak it in here, that 1 inch represents 2 feet. Using that, plugging in that other number, that 8, coming from right up here, and not knowing it in real life yet, 8 times 2 is 16, 1x, so that means we have an answer here of 16 feet. Mr. Walls, I could do that in my head. If you could, that's fine. Up here, yeah, if 1 inch is 2 feet and we have 8 inches, 8 times 2 gives you 16. Just show me that work. Somehow show me some work. This method always works. Now that we know the dimensions, remember the dimensions, if they asked that, it's 21 feet by 16 feet. You could put that on in, but they didn't ask for dimensions. They said find the area. So it's a rectangle. Formula for area of a rectangle is length times width. We're going to take that length in real life of 21 times the width in real life of 16. You grab that handy dandy calculator, type it on in. Careful you type them on in correctly, and you get the right numbers in there. 21 times 16 gives you 336 inches. No, because it's in real life now, so now we want the feet, and it's not just feet because it's area, it's feet squared. The big takeaway for today is, can you find a missing measurement, a missing dimension? So that's finding out that it's 21 feet. That's being told that it's 16 feet in real life and working it to find out that it's 8 inches on the blueprint. Can you find one missing measurement? That is the goal of this worksheet. That is the goal, the big takeaway on scale drawings.